hottest ship in the world? Don't sell your house for that. If you ever see it. Bad start for the Wildcats. They couldn't recover the
baby. Present somewhere. I gotta put your present somewhere.
Michael was able to muscle himself over the goal line for a Huskies touchdown and make it a 10-0 ball game in the early going.
I'll be right back. Okay.
I got a burger
and won't come out.
Oh, there it is. Rolling to his right, fired. He hit a star wideout, Malachi Thompson, for Nitro's first touchdown. They did miss the PAT. Now, when North Marion got the ball back, they had an immediate backbreaker. Cole Morris found his running back, Carter Parson, all the way down the sideline. And Parson in a foot race to the end zone, but he would finally be knocked out of bounds by Malik Brown. And to cap off that drive, quarterback sneak, it was a touchdown to make this a 17-16 ball game. But this one was a shootout for much of the ball game. And the Wildcats, to the tune of 43 second half points, down number 4 rated North Marion 57-38, and they will host the state semifinal game against Chapmanville this week. That'll do it for sports. We'll be back after the break.
The business was very lucrative. Together, the mother and daughter duo made a fortune.
It looks like nothing can bring these fraudsters down. But little do they know, they're about to get a taste of their own medicine.
This credit card.
What's up, man?
Oh, it's Sister there.
We really need to keep Zycam in the house.
Only if you want to shorten your cold. When you feel cold coming, shorten it with Zycam.
Okay, let me see the tattoos. Let me see. Okay. Oh, you got the toe ring too?
Get that.
The rest will be left behind.
Now this is high-stakes action.
Everyone wants that cup.
But only one will capture it.
Domino's new spicy chicken bacon ranch is looking hot. Is that drizzled with? Ooh, fire. Mix and match medium specialty pizzas for $9.99. Only at Dom.
Minnows.
I don't like you. The only thing that we can agree on.
Everything is so stylish.
I
taught you well.
The kitchen of your dreams. And your mom's. At a price you can dream possible. IKEA. Drink the possibilities.
That's my
Everything is better with delectable snickable treat gravy.
And I hate them more than
Savory sauce. Chicken better with delectable gravy. Salmon better with delectable gravy. Whatever that crap stuff is, better with delectable gravy.
Since we're being honest tonight,
Better with delectable gravy.
that's how you roll. So much better operation.
Delectable treats.
Big expenses? Meet your big financial friend, Experian. Your BFF can create surprising ways to help you save. That way, you're always ready for what's unexpected or whatever you're planning next. So achieving your financial goals becomes easier because you're one step closer to reaching them with your big financial friend. Experian.
It's literally like a temple.
Something's changed. Something's different.
The dog has been outside for 3 hours. Doesn't have water. It's
the 1960s in California. For nearly 3 decades, Dr. Ruth Drown and her daughter have been running a medical scam. Using a phony invention they call the Homovibra ray, they pretend to diagnose people's ailments, all the while fleecing them out of thousands of dollars. It looks like nothing can stop this mother-daughter quackery, but little they know about the match.
In April of 1963, a new patient comes to visit the Drowns clinic. Jackie Metcalf, a 22-year-old mother, says that her children are ill and need help. She says she's brought their blood samples on blotter papers and would like Dr. Drown to analyze. Minutes later, she presents Mrs. Metcalf with a diagnosis.
She said that the 3 blood samples were infected with chickenpox and the measles.
Dr. Drown thinks she successfully hoodwinked yet another desperate patient.
But Dr. Drown and her daughter were in for a surprise.
The next day, the Drowns get a knock on their door. It's the house.
They were completely shocked. Police and health inspectors arrested Dr. Drown and her daughter.
But how did their decades-long scam come undone? It turns out Mrs. Metcalf was not a worried mother at all, but an undercover operative sent by the California State Department of Health. Over the years, the health department received numerous complaints about the Drowns.
They've heard story after story of patients who got worse and some who had died.
So they sent one of their own to expose the dangerous scheme. And the blotter papers Mrs. Metcalf gave to Dr. Drown didn't have human blood on them.
The blood samples were in fact from pig, sheep, and turkey. This was a classic sting.
Such animals cannot get chickenpox or measles. The state convicts the Drowns of medical fraud. Ruth Drown passes away during a trial, but her daughter Cynthia is sentenced to 10 years in prison. Today, this Homovibra ray, on display at the Science Museum of Minnesota, recalls the fraudsters who got a taste of their own medicine. From the vampire's curse to an atomic filmmaker, a pachyderm brain to a drive for freedom. I'm Don Wilder, and these are the mysteries at the museum.
The shocking truth behind the Salem witch trials.
This was the first major breakthrough on this case in centuries.
Female spy defies the Nazis. This woman was without a doubt the bravest of the brave. And a best-selling hoax. One man takes fleas entire country and the world. These are the mysteries at the museum.
And honestly, this one might be the
Outdoor
best
adventures, extravagant live entertainment, and thrilling theme parks make Pigeon Forge, Tennessee one of the top family vacation destinations in America. But perhaps the biggest spectacle of them all is the aptly named Titanic, the world's largest museum attraction. This 30,000 square foot recreation offers a glimpse of life aboard the ill-fated ocean liner. Visitors can experience the decadence of the legendary ship's first-class cabins, take the helm on the bridge, and even stroll down the Titanic's famous grand staircase. But among these opulent reproductions is a simple wooden artifact.
It measures roughly 20 inches in length and 8 inches in width. 2 strings run loosely from the top to the bottom along a thin net and is made largely from finely shaped rosewood. There are 2 large cracks in it, but it otherwise seems very well preserved.
This aged violin weathered an infamous tragedy to tell the story of an enduring romance.
That the object itself has survived is really almost magical, but even more so because of the beautiful love story that accompanies it.
What part did this violin play in one of the most famous tales of the Titanic?
All my stuff
Cigarette.
It's 2006 in Southwest
You don't
England.
have a job.
Andrew Aldrich runs a
Not that flannel one, that green one.
that specializes in
Or the other one, either one.
There's one behind the door.
Aldrich had been dealing in collectibles for years. He was very passionate about these artifacts that otherwise would be lost to history.
Little does Aldrich know, he's about to have
I swear I took it in there.
find of his career.
Let me check these scales real quick.
One day, he's approached by a man
Hey,
who
that's
says
it.
he has an instrument he wants to sell.
Any
He presents Aldrich with a small case. Inside is an old violin.
You think we should
The
move
seller
this
says the
so it doesn't
violin had
get
been in
wet?
his family for generations.
That's cool.
Aldrich looks it over and notices some unusual characteristics. The
Should be good,
craftsmanship
baby.
indicates it's at least a century old. And there are two cracks in the wood that suggest water damage. And fixed to the tailpiece is a rusted metal plaque
It should be great, huh?
with two names, Wallace and Mariah.
Oh, shit. Hurry up, get your clothes,
Where
man.
the
Go.
violins can be extremely
Alright,
valuable,
get in here.
Aldrich agrees to investigate the enigmatic instrument's origins. The auctioneer digs through historical records in hopes of identifying the names on the plaque. And that's when he finds something amazing. The violin is not only valuable, it's one of the most sought-after artifacts of all time.
This was the find of a lifetime.
The story begins in 1912 in Yorkshire, England. Wallace Hartley is a 33-year-old musician who is deeply devoted to his new fiancée, 32-year-old Mariah Robinson.
Wallace Hartley was a selfless individual, and his love for Mariah was something really powerful.
But there's little time for the couple to enjoy their engagement. In April, Wallace is called away on a new job. He is hired to be the band leader for the maiden voyage of the world's largest passenger liner,
We just finished paying
the
off our credit
RMS
cards.
Titanic.
There's no way we can take this
He
home
thought
right
it was
now.
the gig of a lifetime. He was very excited about the opportunity.
Oh, where is it? Oh, I left it in there. Shit, I'm dumb.
Huh?
I was looking for my stuff. Hold on.
Found it?
He pass up. He knew he would have to wait a long time for what he thought would be a limited time period.
Before he sets off, Mariah gives Wallace a violin engraved with a heartfelt message.
It reads, "For Wallace on our engagement, from Mariah."
The couple says goodbye, dreaming of the day they'll be reunited.
Jerry Seinfeld is
On Sunday,
back.
April
Dream
10th,
everything now. We don't
Wallace
want anything.
boards the Titanic in Southampton, England. For the first 3 nights of the voyage, he and his fellow band members perform during dinner, entertaining the ship's wealthiest passengers.
Okay, but the first 4 seasons are not good.
But then,
Jerry Seinfeld.
just 4 days into the journey, there's a tragic turn of events. The Titanic strikes an iceberg and begins to sink. The frantic passengers scramble for what few lifeboats are available. But amid the chaos, Wallace Hartley decides to be an instrument of calm. He grabs his cherished violin, assembles his band on the deck, and instructs them to play soothing music for the panicked passengers. Even in the face of certain death, the band does not stop playing.
Wallace played until the ship went down.
I don't care what anyone
Before he
says.
slips below the
Football
waves,
gods,
Wallace is thought to have strapped the violin to his chest.
His love for Mariah was why he held the violin so close to the end.
In the
I
wake of the tragedy,
I knew they were in there.
authorities
Whoa.
set about
But wasn't hanging on the back of the
recovering
door?
as many of the dead as they
Was it
can.
my bathroom or your bathroom?
Mine.
Reports show that Wallace's body is found with his violin still bound to his chest. And the cherished instrument, in due course, is returned to Mariah. After the heartbreak of losing her one true love, she never marries. But she keeps the violin in her possession until the day she dies.
The show you were beating the drum for the Cowboys.
Over the years, it changes hands several times until it finally ends up in the possession of the man who brought it to Aldrich.
Stephen A.
The tale of the band that kept playing as the ship went down becomes becomes one of the most famous Titanic stories of all time.
Many of the survivors have told the story how Wallace Hartley and his band played with the very end, trying to keep the passengers calm. The story is so legendary that it was even part of the 1997 blockbuster movie.
On October 19, 2015, Wallace Hartley's violin is sold at auction for $1.7 million. Today, this amazing piece of the past is on temporary display at Titanic, world's largest museum attraction. It recalls a tragic
Lost your license?
and the band.
This is it. Curtis Douglas, 6'9", 242.
Chicago, Illinois. Few think of this Midwestern metropolis as a beach destination, but the shores of Lake Michigan are home to no less than 26 beaches, affording residents and visitors the chance to swim and surf, and dive a century-old shipwreck. And just steps from the Great Lakes is one of the world's greatest institutions of scientific exploration, the Field Museum of Natural History. On display are more than 300,000 artifacts, including carvings made by ancient Pacific Islanders, a meeting house built by the native Maori people of New Zealand, and a selection of China's famed terracotta warriors.
He's kind of crazy.
But one object here looks like it belongs not in a museum, but on a farm.
The artifact is about 12 inches long and about an inch in width. It's long, grassy, and dry. At the bottom of the page, there's a label with scientific information on it.
These dried plant samples may look ordinary, but they hide a bewitching secret.
They could hold the answers to the darkest points in American history.
In 1692, Massachusetts, the tiny village of Salem is in the midst of a terrifying epidemic. For months, nearly a dozen young girls have been stricken by a bizarre malady. They writhe on the ground uncontrollably, hallucinating, and speaking in tongues.
It wasn't uncommon for people to come down with illnesses, but this was something a little different.
Salem's doctors cannot explain the troubling affliction, so residents soon turn to a supernatural explanation that the girls are under the spell of witches.
17th century America was a pretty superstitious place, and a lot of the people living in this colony thought that they were witches and Satan.
Gripped by fear and paranoia, the people of Salem begin a massive witch hunt, and no one is safe from their mob justice. More than 150 men, women, and even children are arrested and accused of witchcraft.
Even dolls were being accused of being witches.
Eventually, 19 alleged witches are sent to the gallows.
They hated digging out of my...
Then, in early 1693, the bizarre outbreak comes to an abrupt end.
The symptoms stopped and the accusations of witchcraft ceased.
It seems the village has rid itself of the horrible curse. The Salem witch trials go down as one of the most notorious events in American history. But were the girls really under the spell of witches? Some historians believe there's a logical explanation. During the 1690s, a combination of war, pestilence, and factional rivalries put tremendous stress on the people of Salem. Scholars argue that these traumas may have caused nervous breakdowns and all manner of strange behavior. They believe that this triggered a wave of mass hysteria that culminated in the witch hunts. And this theory becomes widely accepted as the most probable cause of the terrible events. That is, until 3 centuries after the trials, when a college student in California uncovers new evidence that could turn history on its head. So what's the truth behind the most spellbinding mystery in American history?
We're back in the world of Harry Potter. Let the baking and tasting begin.
All new Harry Potter, Wizards of Baking, Sunday at 8.
Something's different.
Hold back up against the green. Hold back up against the green.
queso burrito.
Foil wrap.
Really fresh. Real ingredients. From the farm.
Fresh every day.
Responsibly ready. Without that bad stuff, it's magic happening.
Best of the best. 100% yum.
Literally massive deliciousness.
We're surprising fans with a Twisted Tea drop. We're celebrating fall with a smooth, refreshing taste of Twisted Tea Hard Iced Tea. Made with real brew tea and a 5% kick. Twisted Tea Hard Iced Tea. Get twisted.
Hair buckle fair. Ooh, I love these. The longer I chew it, the fruitier and fruitier it gets. Oh, sip it hot. It tastes too good.
We can totally fit it.
It's kitchen.
It's when you're crawling into an old oven.
Nice, right?
I'm ready to move in.
And your mom. At a price. Possibility.
Street now or forever old. Only took 4 hours cough liquid. Unlike Robitussin DM liquid, Delta 12-hour liquid offers 12 hours of cough relief all day or night. Plus, cough prices averted.
Never have I ever.
This is more mysterious than passage.
Now you can. Just switch to T-Mobile 55 Plus
Thank
plan
you.
and get 2 lines for $30 a month. Plus, iPhone 16e with its advanced camera system on us. What you do with it is up to you. Switch to T-Mobile 55 Plus plan and get iPhone 16e on us. 2 lines for just
Meg, what you doing now?
Scientists have no clue what it is.
Hey, boss.
Yes, the Baltic Sea and
What? Clopen?
a circular structure.
Perfect. And it's simple.
Hey, did you know that you can just
smells good too.
advise citizens to start wearing masks again as more viruses make their way through the population?
Hold up.
I'm not seeing this anymore.
Domino's medium specialty pizzas are just $9.99 when I mix and match.
recognize what you're looking at.
I figured premium
And then you look at
pizzas,
it again
premium
and go,
prices.
holy cripers,
But
what
what
the
do I
Sam
know?
Dam was I looking at?
Clearly not as
If
much
you
as
lived in New York or driven through and seen some of these buildings,
this cough.
this is,
You can
put it this way, they're very well built.
Not today. I got Mucinex 12 out.
The sacred geometry. Something built this that may be apart from what the history books. I say something, people, but under a different guiding force than the citizens of today. Many people consider that.
There's no day.
We got statues on top of griffins,
ProPlan believes exceptional nutrition fuels more
now, what they
days in
say
your
is,
life.
and this
Life in your days. ProPlan. Fuel for life.
It's the 1970s. For decades, historians have claimed that the Salem witch trials were the result of mass hysteria. But new evidence is about to come to light that could rewrite the history books. So, what's the truth behind this spellbinding mystery? 1976. Linda Caparel is a senior at the University of California, Santa Barbara. As part of a history course, she's researching factors that triggered the infamous Salem witch trials.
Linda was surprised she couldn't find any research done on the witch trials.
She zeroes in on the very first girls to exhibit the bizarre symptoms that were seen to be signs of sorcery. Records from the time of the incident describe their ordeal in intricate detail.
They had body contortions, skin crawling, and hallucinations.
This kid had a new kid.
Caparel recognizes that although these symptoms could be interpreted as hysteria, they are also caused by what is known today
civilization.
as
Most people have
LSD.
no idea that 90% of the island is restricted access.
Lysergic acid
Which is the network
diethylamide,
of islands.
or LSD,
Galapagos
wasn't invented until the 1930s, so there's no chance the Salem villagers were experiencing a trip. But the ingredient in LSD that causes hallucinations does occur naturally in a fungus called ergot. Caparel discovers that this fungus frequently infects a common grain that New England colonialists would have used to make bread. Rye.
This connection had been overlooked for centuries.
What's more, she discovers that Salem was primed for a mass ergot outbreak. The fungus grows best during warm, rainy springs and summers. And records reveal that the summer before the trials,
was unusually hot and wet.
When she read this, she had an aha moment.
Caparel concludes that the Salem witch trials weren't the result of black magic or even mass hysteria. They were caused by food poisoning.
The research caused quite a sensation. It was the first major breakthrough on this case in centuries.
Caparel publishes her findings to wide acclaim and goes on to become a respected behavioral scientist and professor. Today, these stalks of rye on display at the Field Museum of Natural History in Chicago are the unlikely key that unlocked a haunting mystery. Magnificent waterfalls, verdant valleys, and more than 300 glaciers make Washington State's Northern Cascades National Park a stunning outdoor escape. And there's no better way to view these majestic mountains than from the air. So it's no surprise that the town of Concrete, Washington is home to an institution dedicated to this pursuit. The North Cascades Vintage Aircraft Museum.
What?
Its collection of military and civilian airplanes includes a 1929
Yeah, you gotta watch it.
fighter
It's in
plane
the
flown by the U.S. Navy. A
The one in bags I told
that
you
carried
watch.
Winston Churchill during World War II.
Bye.
And a 1939 Fairchild aircraft used to train U.S. Army Air Corps pilots. But among these mighty machines is one aircraft that was used for a very different purpose.
The object is 21.5 feet long, is made of aluminum, steel, and rubber. It's a very 1950s looking, shiny, beautiful Cessna.
This small plane recalls perhaps the greatest barroom bet of all time.
It's an incredible story about a gutsy late-night stunt on the streets of Manhattan.
September 1956, New York City. 26-year-old airplane mechanic Tommy Fitzpatrick is out for a night of drinking with his friends.
You got that towel?
Fitzpatrick was a charming, charismatic guy with a little bit of a wild side.
Tommy has recently moved to New Jersey, and a few beers into the night, the conversation turns to how long it takes him to get from the suburbs to the bar. It's about a 30-minute drive to Manhattan, and that's if there's no traffic. The train is no better. It's then that the conversation takes a fateful turn. Tommy boasts to his friends that there's one way he can get from Jersey to Manhattan really fast. In a plane. He goes on to lay a wild bet. Tommy says he can leave the bar, drive to New Jersey, steal a plane, and fly it back before his buddy's night of drinking is up.
This is a very epic bet. This guy definitely needed to have a few drinks in him to be making a bet like this.
But how can he land a plane in Manhattan? Tommy thinks he knows the perfect place. A high school football field just a block away from the bar.
It's wide, spacious, and nobody's gonna be around.
With no time to lose, Tommy races out of the tavern and motors over the George Washington Bridge.
Hey, baby. They follow me.
Tommy sneaks onto the tarmac.
You gotta go.
Gotta get my core, baby.
He climbs into the cockpit.
Well, you show all that stuff in there already.
What, honey?
Just like the one on display at the North Cascades Vintage Aircraft Museum. Tommy takes off, right there, straight for Manhattan. But when he prepares to make his escape, Tommy's plan is to snatch newly elected Sheriff Jessica Brennan arrives for her first day in the football field. Sergeant Dale Hutchins sees a civilian and switch off to secure the facility. Not just land the plane, you can't see
This has pretty much ruined his landing.
But Tommy is hell-bent.
Come on, kitties.
He's about to make his first audacious
He's got the plane. He's come this far.
Hey, baby.
Check in there for orientation.
Gotta go to HR, baby.
Monday at 9.
You got HR problems.
Opioid addiction gets between you and what you love.
No. Towels are falling. I'm coming, honey. I'll get them.
Counseling and psychosocial support.
Come on, Papa. Come on.
Severe opioid addiction for adults starting on oral dose of buprenorphine or already on buprenorphine. Sublocade is just one dose that lasts all month long and complete detox regression. Buprenorphine should be started after the first signs of withdrawal. Sublocade
Come on,
may
Posey.
cause harm and death if injected in the
Did you get that towel, honey?
It may cause serious life-threatening problems.
Folded it, laid it on the bed.
Emergency help right away if you're faint, dizzy, sleepy, confused, have problems breathing, seeing, or talking, or if naloxone is given. Don't take with other opioids, benzos, alcohol, or other drugs, including street drugs. This can cause severe drowsiness, decreased awareness, breathing problems, coma, and death. In emergencies, tell medical staff you're on Sublocade for opioid dependence. This isn't a full list of risks and side effects. Talk to your doctor and read patient label for more information. If you or a loved one is struggling with opioid addiction, visit Sublocade.com.
Oh, should have bought Dixie. These weak store brand plates are risky business.
There it is, baby. There it is.
Yeah.
What's that I need now is your mouth on this rack. What do you think about that? How about that? Yeah. How about that?
How about that?
Let's go.
No hoops, no call, and no sense paying more than you have to.
With up to 80% off pharmacies nationwide.
Even get them delivered. Like it is split.
When it comes to your health.
Sky high prices can get. Y'all keep wrangling them savings now, you hear?
Save time and money on prescriptions. Check GoodRx.
250 years ago, a promise was made. How we deliver has changed, but our purpose hasn't. It's the peace of mind knowing your love arrives reliably and affordably. The United States Postal Service. Delivering since 1775.
Excuse me, Miss Retta, how do I treat yourself?
Well, you could mix and match medium specialty pizzas for $9.99 each.
Really?
Yeah. Don't you work here?
I do, yes.
Minnow.
Is Pilates for you? Well, this is Club Pilates, and we think it's for everybody because that's the point of Pilates, to feel strong and balanced and exactly. Everybody love Pilates.
Your cold is coming!
Thanks, Revere.
We really need to keep Zycam in the house.
Only if you want to shorten your cold. When you feel a cold coming, shorten it with Zycam.
Over 500,000 people with AFib have left blood thinners behind with Watchman, a safe one-time implant that reduces stroke risk and bleeding worry. For life, Watchman. It's one time or a lifetime.
When I was diagnosed with HIV, I didn't know who I would be.
But here I am.
Being me.
Keep being you and ask your healthcare provider about the #1 prescribed HIV treatment, Biktarvy.
Biktarvy is a complete one-pill, once-a-day treatment used for HIV in many people, whether you're 18 or 80. With one small pill, Biktarvy fights HIV to help you get to undetectable and stay there, whether you're just starting or replacing your current treatment. Research shows that taking HIV treatment as prescribed and getting to and staying undetectable prevents transmitting HIV through sex. Serious side effects can occur, including kidney problems and kidney failure. Rare life-threatening side effects include a buildup of lactic acid and liver problems. Don't take Biktarvy if you take Dofetilide or rifampin. Tell your healthcare provider about all the medicines and supplements you take. If you're pregnant or breastfeeding, or have kidney or liver problems. If you have hepatitis B, don't stop taking Biktarvy without talking to your healthcare provider. Common side effects are diarrhea, nausea, and headache.
No matter where life takes you, Biktarvy can go with you. Talk to your healthcare provider today.
It's 1956, New York. 26-year-old Tommy Fitzpatrick is in the midst of an epic barroom bet. He's stolen a plane in New Jersey and is now flying it back to the bar in Manhattan. But when it comes time to land, it seems his wager may crash and burn. Tommy is determined to win his late-night wager, so he makes a rash decision. He'll land the plane right on St. Nicholas Avenue in front of the bar. Using the light of the street lamps as his guide, Tommy steers the aircraft between the buildings and dips the plane towards the street. Incredibly, the aircraft comes to a gentle stop right next to the bar. This guy gonna be a mind-blowing moment. He's made it back, which is amazing in itself. But the fact that he has landed a plane right in front of the bar is beyond anybody's wildest expectations.
Tommy's stunt catches the attention of curious New Yorkers, including the NYPD. The brazen pilot is arrested. But when the plane's owner finds out about the theft, he is so impressed with Tommy's audacity that he doesn't press charges. The amateur aviator gets away with a slap on the wrist and a mere $100 fine for violating a city code, which prohibits planes on public streets. Today, this Cessna 140, just like the one flown by the fearless Tommy Fitzpatrick, is on display at the North Cascades Vintage Aircraft Museum. It's a glimmering reminder of one of the greatest bar bets in history. Located in southwestern England, the rural town of Gloucester hosts one of the most eccentric sporting events in the world, the Cheese Rolling Festival. Each year, hundreds of competitors chase large wheels of cheese down a steep hill. The first person to reach the bottom wins the cheese. But those seeking a more serious look at local history can head to the Little Dean Jail Museum. Set inside a former 18th century jailhouse, the museum's collection includes a hangman's noose, an oak-carved coffin containing a skeleton, and a necklace made by the notorious Boston Strangler. But among these artifacts that speak to mankind's misdeeds is an exhibit normally related to fighting for justice.
The artifact is made out of tough cloth. It's got silver pins that are shaped like a sword. And most importantly, there's a hat which has the famous motto, "Who dares wins."
This is the uniform of the British Army's most revered regiment, the Special Air Service, or SAS. But this particular regalia is linked to a story of fraud, scandal, and deception.
One man used this uniform to fool his entire country and the world.
It's 2001. A new book is taking the world by storm. Titled Jihad, The Secret War in Afghanistan. It's billed as the memoir of Tom Carew, an officer in a top-secret wing of the British military called the Special Air Service, or SAS.
So the SAS are an elite fighting force. They specialize in counter-terrorism, and it's possibly the most elite branch of any military anywhere in the world.
Readers are enthralled by Carew's vivid account of his heroism during the war in Afghanistan. But there's more to the book than meets the eye. Its author is a fraud. His name isn't Tom Carew, it's Philip Cesarigo, and he's never served in the SAS.
He's lying. He's made the whole thing. This is the aftermath of September the 11th. People are so desperate for experts who's going to shed some light upon this dark, dark event. Philip Cesarigo has betrayed and deceived millions of people.
Cesarigo had dreamt of being in the SAS.
If you belong to the SAS, that commands instant respect because you're one of the most able military tacticians in the whole wide world.
But his dreams were dashed when he failed to pass the service's rigorous entrance exam.
The initiation process is absolutely grueling. 9 out of 10 people fail.
Instead, Cesarigo got a job at what is called the SAS Goon Troop, a collection of also-rans who serve as training dummies for the real unit. It's there that he learned the insider information for his book.
That's where he got the lingo. That's how he was able to sound so convincing as a real SAS officer, when the truth is, Philip Cesarigo had never been an SAS officer.
Cesarigo is using a bold-faced lie to profit off the public fear of terrorism. To promote his book, Cesarigo embarks on a media tour and makes a string of high-profile TV appearances.
He's this self-avowed pundit on terrorism. This was amazing publicity, and he's barely off the television screens every night.
Sure enough, the book shoots to the top of the bestseller list.
Sales skyrocket, and he becomes a best-selling author.
It looks like this crooked commando is about to get away with his deception. But little does he know, his fame will be his undoing.
His celebrity status is about to come crashing down in the most unexpected of ways.
This program is brought to you by Skyrizi. My moderate to severe Crohn's symptoms kept me out of the picture. Now I have Skyrizi.
And now I'm back in the picture. Skyrizi is the only IL-23 inhibitor proven to help achieve remission, meaning few to no symptoms in just 4 weeks for some people. Many were in remission at 12 weeks, at 1 year, and even at 4 years. Plus, Skyrizi is proven to help visibly repair damage of the intestinal lining.
Don't use if allergic. Serious allergic reactions, increased infections, or lower ability to fight them may occur. Before treatment, get checked for infections and TB. Tell your doctor about any flu-like symptoms or vaccines. Liver problems leading to hospitalization may occur when treated for Crohn's.
Now's the time to take control of your Crohn's. Ask your doctor about Skyrizi, the #1 prescribed biologic in Crohn's disease.
Every specialty pizza is just $9.99 when I mix and match?
Treat yourself.
The People's Pizza?
Treat yourself.
Philly cheesesteak.
Treat yourself.
Ooh, the new spicy chicken bacon ranch pizza? Treat yourself.
Yeah, babe. Give it to me.
Wow.
Yeah, baby. Yeah. Fuck yeah.
Turn hard work.
Oh, yeah.
Break. Next time, get Dixie Ultra Plates. 3 times stronger than the
Go lay down, Spud.
Dixie, make it right.
Target's Black Friday deals for delivery and big surprises. All week long. Get 40 to 50% off Black Friday deals now at Target. Hurry, deals end Saturday. What's up? You seem kind of sluggish today.
Oh, yeah.
You could use some Metamucil. Metamucil psyllium fiber helps keep your digestive system moving so you can feel lighter and more energetic. Metamucil keeps you moving. And try clear fiber with no grit and no flavor.
Oh, good.
When I was diagnosed with HIV, I didn't know who I would be.
Oh, baby. Yeah.
Keep being you and ask your healthcare provider about the #1 prescribed HIV treatment, Biktarvy.
Biktarvy is a complete 1 pill once-a-day treatment used for HIV in many people, whether you're 18 or 80. With 1 small pill, Biktarvy fights HIV to help you get to undetectable and stay there, whether you're just starting or replacing your current treatment. Research shows that taking HIV treatment as prescribed and getting to and staying undetectable prevents transmitting HIV through sex. Serious side effects could occur, including kidney problems and kidney failure. Rare life-threatening side effects include buildup of lactic acid and liver problems. Don't take Biktarvy if you take Terfetalide or Vicodin. Tell your healthcare provider about all the medicines and supplements you take. If you are pregnant or breastfeeding, or have kidney or liver problems. If you have hepatitis B, don't stop taking Biktarvy without talking to your healthcare provider. Common side effects are diarrhea, nausea, and headache.
No matter where life takes you, Biktarvy can go with you. Talk to your healthcare provider today.
Life on the Mars farm, never quiet.
You gotta be kidding me.
Especially with a renovation business that never stops. Fixer to Fabulous. Season premiere December 2nd at 8 on HGTV.
It's 2001 in England. Best-selling author Tom Carew is riding high on a wave of media tours for his new book, Jihad, where he describes his time in a top-secret military organization, the SAS. But he's hiding a secret. He's never served in the SAS, and his real name is Philip Cesarigo. It looks like this crooked commando is going to get away with it. So will justice ever be served?
Yes, baby.
In November, the best-selling author is invited to be a guest on one of the most prestigious TV news shows in all of England.
Oh, shit.
Newsnight.
Oh, my God.
Newsnight was renowned for really getting undercover and telling the stories behind the news.
Cesarigo thinks he's about to do the biggest interview of his career, but he's wrong. What he doesn't know is that the man who is about to interview him, British journalist George Aiken, has uncovered the truth behind his web of lies. And the reporter has set a careful trap to to expose the imposter. As the cameras roll, Eakin reveals that real members of the SAS have stated that Karoo is a fraud.
They say you never served in 22 SAS, contrary to what you claim in your book. Well, that's their problem. Are you therefore denying that you are Philip Anthony Cesarigo?
And with that, Cesarigo knows the jig is up.
Isn't the truth that a real SAS man would stand his ground and provide an answer, and you don't have one?
I'll get Gatsby. Oh, yeah. Yes, please.
Eakin and his team air the interview.
Now Newsnight can reveal that at least one of these best-selling authors isn't all that he claims. This is Philip Cesarigo's birth certificate.
The scoop makes headlines around the world. Although Cesarigo never admits his lies, to the public, they're perfectly clear.
It all went wrong for him because he tried to construct this fake identity which ultimately came crashing down.
Philip Cesarigo is completely discredited, and he disappears from the public eye. Today, this SAS uniform, owned by the imposter himself, is on display at the Little Dean Jail Museum. It stands as a reminder never to judge a book by its cover.
I love you fucking hot.
Washington, D.C. boasts stirring memorials for those who served in World War II, Korea, and Vietnam. Not far away, there's even an institution dedicated to the nation's clandestine warriors. The International Spy Museum. Packed with tools of the espionage trade, the collection includes an umbrella that fires poisonous bullets, an aerial reconnaissance camera that was strapped to a pigeon, and a wristwatch equipped with a secret button. And among these incredible contraptions is a gadget linked to one of the most successful spies of all time.
The artifact is 2 feet long by 1.5 feet wide. When closed, it resembles a normal suitcase. When open, it resembles a very high-tech radio. And it was used by one of the ultimate spies of the time.
A shortwave radio like this one played a vital role in saving countless lives from an oppressive regime.
This is a story of one woman who would risk her life to ensure the safety of others.
August 1944, France. In the wake of the Normandy landings, the Allies are marching across the country, liberating French cities from the Nazis as they go. But their progress is slow. For those awaiting salvation, danger looms large. Across France, the Nazis still hold thousands of Allied soldiers as prisoners of war. And with Hitler's forces facing defeat, it's feared that these prisoners will be executed before their liberators arrive. But one woman has made it her mission to foil the Nazis' plan. A 36-year-old spy working for the British Special Operations, named Christine Granville.
Christine Granville was born to be a spy. She was fearless. She was somebody that was considered by many to be Winston Churchill's favorite spy.
From her base in southeastern France, Granville works to undermine the Nazi occupiers. It's a task to which she is uniquely suited. The young agent uses her good looks and charming personality to smuggle secret documents, infiltrate enemy territory, and seduce her adversaries. To communicate with her British commanders, Granville uses a shortwave radio, like this one on display at the International Spy Museum in Washington, D.C.
She got the job done, the mission completed no matter what.
But this beguiling spy is about to face her biggest challenge yet. On August 13th, Granville gets word that a group of resistance fighters in the southern city of Digne are scheduled to be executed in just a few days.
The fate of the agents' lives are on the line.
The Allies are too far away to get to the prison in time, so Granville will have to free the man by herself.
If she didn't do it, they were as good as dead.
Granville rushes to the city of Digne. There, she surveys the prison where the men are being held and realizes that freeing the jailed allies won't be easy. The prison is heavily guarded.
She was operating against the Gestapo, the most feared organization in all of occupied Europe.
But then, Granville spots a chink in the armor. The prison allows visitors to enter the facility to get news of their jailed family members. But there's a problem. Guards will likely search Granville for weapons, so she can't bring a loaded gun inside. She'll somehow need to free the prisoners without firing a single shot. It's then she comes up with a brazen plan.
This would be one of the most creative ruses in the history of espionage.
So how will Granville pull off this impossible mission?
When did it start?
Something's changed. Something's different.
Our enamel, clinical enamel strength, can help us to keep our enamel for a lifetime. It's backed by science. It is clinically proven to strengthen our teeth. I would recommend this toothpaste to everybody. It's really an amazing product.
Domino's new spicy chicken bacon ranch is looking hot. Is that drizzled with? Ooh, fire. Mix and match medium specialty pizzas for $9.99. Only
We're in a moment to test Finish Ultimate against tough burnt-on stains. Finish Ultimate breaks them down, cuts great stains and boosts shine for the ultimate clean, even on the toughest stains.
Lysol knows when the whole house is sick, your laundry is sick. Adding Lysol laundry sanitizer kills 99.9% of illness-causing bacteria detergents leave behind. Clean is good, sanitized is better.
I told myself I was okay with my moderate to severe rheumatoid arthritis symptoms.
My psoriatic arthritis symptoms, but just okay isn't okay.
I was done suddenly. If you still have symptoms after trying Humira or Enbrel, Rinvoq works differently. Rinvoq is a once-daily pill that can rapidly relieve joint pain, stiffness, and swelling as fast as 2 weeks for some. And even at the 3-year mark, many people felt this relief. Rinvoq can stop joint damage, and in PSA, can leave skin clear.
Rinvoq can lower ability to fight infections. Treatment test for TB and do blood work. Serious infections, blood clots, some fatal, cancers including lymphoma and skin, serious allergic reactions, GI tears, death, heart attack, and stroke occurred. CVI risk increases in age 50 plus with a heart disease risk factor. Tell your doctor if you've had these events, infection, Hep B or C, smoked, or pregnant or planning. Don't take if allergic or have an infection.
Unsettling? Ask your rheumatologist for Rinvoq. Take back what's yours. AbbVie, you say.
Look at this new kitchen.
Irresistible smooth melting chocolate in every baby. You can into every holiday moment. This year, bring out Lindor from Lind Master Chocolatier.
Getting older is part of the journey, even with worsening heart failure. So when I had carpal tunnel syndrome, lower back pain, and shortness of breath, I thought that's what getting older felt like. Thank goodness I called my cardiologist. I have ATTR-CM, a rare but serious disease, and getting diagnosed early made a difference. If you have any of these warning signs, don't wait. Ask your cardiologist about ATTR-CM today.
I love this for you. It's the Black Friday sale. Recharge this season with a bundle of cozy, soothing comfort that adjusts to you. Life's changes. Only at the Sleep Number store or sleepnumber.com.
Did you know that thousands of authors across the country have written books and published them with Page Publishing? If you've written a book, Page Publishing can help you through the process. We cut through the confusion of the publishing world to make it easy for you.
Call or scan for your free writer's guide today.
It's August 1944 in occupied France. British secret agent Christine Granville has hatched a plan to break a group of Allied POWs out of a Nazi prison. If she fails, her compatriots will be executed. So can she save her fellow insurgents, or will she die trying?
It was incredibly dangerous, but danger is what she thrived on. That was her personality.
On August 15th, Granville slips into the prison with a group of local residents scheduled to visit their detained relatives.
This woman was without a doubt the bravest of the brave.
Once inside, Granville seeks out the Gestapo guard and sets the next stage of her plan into motion. Aware that the guard will know the Allies are only a few days away, she makes an audacious gamble. Granville tells the guard that she is a British spy. Not only that, but she pretends that she's related to British Field Marshal Bernard Montgomery.
She knew she could threaten this man. The Allies were very close.
She tells the guard that if he agrees to release the Allied POWs, she will use her connections to ensure that he goes unpunished.
She told him that if she didn't get what she wanted, she turned him over to the Allies.
The guard looks her over and considers his options. And eventually, the men are released.
Granville felt totally relieved and elated. This is an amazing emotional moment. These men knew they owed their lives to this extraordinary woman.
Within days, Allied forces pour into the region and put an end to the Nazi occupation. And Granville returns to Britain a hero.
She's become a legend in the intelligence community.
Granville's exploits are even said to have inspired the female characters in writer Ian Fleming's classic spy series, James Bond. Today, the shortwave radio is on display at the International Spy Museum in Washington, D.C. It recalls the intrepid woman who proved that no mission is impossible. Flanking the western edge of the Rockies, amid vast, fresh, and saltwater lakes, northern Utah is a region of outstanding natural beauty. It's also home to the annual Sundance Film Festival. And in the city of Provo, one institution honors celebrities from every era. B. Ashworth's Rare Books and Collectibles. This unique store turned exhibit space displays a boxing glove autographed by Muhammad Ali, a door from Butch Cassidy's childhood home, and Neil Diamond's 6-string electric guitar. But among these storied objects is an item linked to a man who was thrust into the spotlight for all the wrong reasons.
The artifact is roughly 8 by 10 inches. It's yellowy, it has handwriting on it, calligraphic forms, and it looks very old.
This seemingly aged document was part of one of the most unusual crime sprees Utah has ever seen.
This artifact represents a greed that would go to any length to be satisfied.
October 15th, 1985, Utah. Detective Jim Bell is working at the Salt Lake City Police Department when he receives an alarming call. There's been an explosion at a downtown office building. Bell and his colleagues race to the scene. The office is littered with debris, and its occupant is dead. The victim is identified as a 31-year-old businessman named Stephen Christensen.
Stephen Christensen was very successful and well known in the community.
When Detective Bell searches through the debris to determine the source of the blast, he gets a telling clue. Bell finds a piece of galvanized plumbing pipe containing nails and a triggering device.
Bell realized it was a pipe bomb which was detonated.
It seems that someone murdered Stephen Christensen. But why?
It was baffling why anyone would want to target Steve Christensen.
But before Bell can investigate further, he gets more devastating news. 2 more blasts rock the region. First, a package explodes on the doorstep of a suburban home. killing housewife Patty Sheets instantly. Then a third bomb goes off inside the car of a prominent antique dealer named Mark Hoffman.
The incredible thing about this one is that Mark Hoffman had survived the explosion.
Bell discovers that all 3 attacks used pipe bombs.
And you knew that they had to have been of the same maker because they were the same design.
It seems that a serial bomber is loose in Salt Lake City.
There were explosions happening across the city. The reaction of the community was of complete terror.
Bell is desperate to find the bomber, but soon hits a brick wall. He can't find a link between the 3 victims, and none had any known enemies. Bell was at loss, determined to track the killer, or killers, before another bomb goes off. Bell searches Hoffman's car. And when he opens the trunk of the vehicle, he makes an astonishing discovery that blows the case wide open.
The story behind the bombings was far more surreal than anyone could have imagined.
We all know danger is around us all the time. It looks something like this.
Yes.
It will attack.
Oh, yeah.
Whenever heart attacks, get fast relief with Tums.
Oh, baby.
So you can enjoy it through the
Fuck yeah. Yeah.
Medium specialty pizzas are just $9.99 for a mixed matchup. I figured premium pizzas, premium prices. But what do I know? Clearly not as much as
Let me get.
The ponytail.
Oh, yeah, baby. I love that dick. Yeah.
The
You get
unofficial
baby.
hairstyle
Yeah.
of the morning rush. An official sign Caitlin needs a Diet Coke break. That's right, Caitlin. Hang out with him. Let your hair down. Or up. Up's good too. I actually like this.
Oh, yeah. Fuck yeah.
Hey! Try Robitussin snowshoes!
Feel the power of Robitussin in every bite. Fast cough relief.
Yeah.
Chew on relief.
Yes,
Chew
baby.
on relief.
Oh. Yeah. Yeah.
Everyone wants that cup.
Oh, damn.
Look at this new kitchen.
I do.
So stylish. Nice, right?
I taught you well.
The kitchen of your dreams.
Oh, yeah.
And your mom's. At a price you can dream possible. IKEA. Dream the possibilities.
Ooh, I love these. The ones right to it, the fruitier and fruitier it gets. Oh, I'm gonna sit this one up. It tastes so good.
They call me the hot chocolate guru. Nobody calls me that. No. I got this.
Black Friday sale is at the Home Depot. Shop reliable appliances like LG with new features like mini craft ice to give this season and your holiday helpers even more to celebrate. Shop Black Friday savings with free delivery at the Home Depot.
It's 1985. Salt Lake City has been rocked by a series of devastating bombings. Planted bombs and
Oh, yeah, baby.
mystery. But police are about to crack the case wide open. The answer is more bizarre than anyone could have imagined.
Inside the trunk of Hoffman's car, Bell finds a stack of what appears to be forged antique documents. And among the piles of paper are pieces of galvanized plumbing pipe.
And that pipe was the same pipe material used to make the previous pipe bombs. This was very crucial and a key part of solving this case. I immediately realized that Hoffman was no longer a victim.
It seems Hoffman was the mastermind behind the bombings. With Hoffman recovering from his injuries in a hospital, Detective Bell and his colleagues scrutinized the man's antique business. And they uncovered the disturbing truth. Mark Hoffman had built his successful antiques business on fraud. Clients would come to him with requests for rare documents or historical manuscripts and pay up front. But instead of sourcing the artifacts and purchasing them for his clients, Hoffman would create forgeries.
All of the things he had been selling were forgeries. And they were incredible.
But it seems he ultimately bit off more than he could chew. Hoffman took a request from a local businessman. That client was Stephen Christensen, the first bombing victim. Christensen, a devout Mormon, had asked Hoffman to find him a cache of documents on the early history of the Latter-day Saints, a called the McClellan Collection. Hoffman gladly agreed.
Hoffman had claimed that he had found these documents.
But Hoffman soon realized that the cache was far larger than anything he had forged before. And when it came time to deliver them to Christensen, he hadn't finished.
The McClellan documents were years and years worth of documents that would have lots of forgeries, and he was in over his head.
When Hoffman couldn't make good his part of the deal, Christensen began to suspect something was amiss and threatened to expose the antique dealer as a fraud. So rather than face jail time, Hoffman killed the Mormon man. To throw off investigators, Hoffman planted a series of bombs at random locations around Salt Lake City. But after he sent the bomb to the second victim's residence, he accidentally injured himself while preparing another bomb. Detective Bell and Salt Lake City police arrest Hoffman. In January of 1987, the bomber pleads guilty to murder, forgery, and fraud, and is sentenced to life in prison. Today, one of Hoffman's forged religious documents remains at B. Ashworth Rare Books and Collectibles in Provo, Utah. It's a sobering reminder of a villain who tried to rewrite history and instead sealed his own fate. From a Titanic love story to a barroom bet, an historic witch hunt to a daring femme fatale. I'm Don Wildman, and these are Mysteries at the Museum. An intimacy that goes bust. Scandalous and juicy and gaudy. A haunting story of terror at home. You say once I'm out of here, it will get you all. And an explosive plot under enemy lines.
It was unlike anything anyone had ever seen.
In the halls of great institutions, like extraordinary relics, tales of intrigue and wonder, and secrets waiting to be revealed. These are the Mysteries at the Museum. Located on Florida's western coast, St. Petersburg draws visitors with its miles of pristine shoreline. And abutting one of the city's many marinas is the popular St. Petersburg Museum of History. One-of-a-kind artifacts abound, including a replica of the first commercially used passenger plane, a 3,000-year-old mummy, and a dugout canoe used by the Tocobaga Indians in the 1500s. But it's a commonplace object that conceals the most unexpected tale. It's a purple silk
whoever was getting the coins from the telephone booth, the girls will then put coins in the machine and then we will she's not making it up to make ends meet, let alone to collect the luxuries that were needed to maintain the middle class persona. One day, she didn't have enough money for lunch. She was embarrassed. She didn't want to afford that she had an accident. Marie knows. The company doesn't really know exactly how much money is going in until she puts it there. There's a window of opportunity that's right there before her.
Maria decides to steal 50 cents, just enough to cover her meal. But even taking such a small amount is a huge risk.
She could get caught. There are guards that watch for things of this nature.
So Marie discreetly slides 2 quarters into her hand and considers where to hide them.
She doesn't have any pockets in her dress. She does the best thing that she can do at the time. The only place that a male supervisor is not going to look. Right down the shirt. Right there.
The trick is so easy that she does it again the next day, and the day after that. Emboldened by her success, she shares her secret with her sister-in-law, Rita, and friends. Soon, the women develop a smooth, discreet method to skim larger sums from the phone company's pot.
Basically, one for the company, one for home.
But concealing a couple of coins is more test. Secreting away entire rolls of quarters is a different challenge altogether. In the style of brassiere the women wear, like this one at the St. Petersburg Museum of History, offers a hidden solution. You have room to spare in those type of bras. The cone-shaped bra design makes it easy to fit entire rolls of quarters into each cup without revealing a thing.
You won't see the advertised lumps because the padding will keep everything in its form.
At each break, the women head into the bathroom and empty their bras into their purses before going back to work. It's a process they repeat again and again. And the co-conspirators are targeted about $150 a day. Their intimate scheme is about to be exposed. One afternoon, Marie returned home to find Rita in a frantic state.
She was in tears, she was angry, she was scared.
Rita explained that she had noticed over $100 missing from their stash. Fearing they'd been robbed, she called the police. Marie is furious that her sister-in-law has made such a critical mistake. She is certain that the money was just misplaced. But it's too late. The police are at the door.
The police go through the house, looking for signs of a break-in. What they found was all of these coins. Coins in the drawer, coins in the barrel.
When the police discover that the girls work at Southern Bell, it's over.
Marie knows that it's time to chase them. She confesses everything.
Marie and her cohorts are arrested. The news of the scintillating story spread like wildfire.
It was scandalous, juicy, perfect for the press. The case of the killing was there.
This scandal creates a PR nightmare for the Southern Bell Telephone Company.
It was embarrassing. Close to $100,000 was possibly taken. That's a big heist for a bunch of girls in a townhouse.
The women are convicted of grand larceny, required to return the money, and sentenced to 1 year in prison. But due to public outcry, the governor of Florida steps in and reduces the sentence to probation. He argues that the girls were simply tempted by a system that invited theft. Today, this 1950s era bra at the St. Petersburg Museum of History is an intimate reminder of a coin-counting scandal and the brazen young women who almost pulled it off. At the base of the majestic High City sits the small town of Great Colorado. This city, just 1,200 residents, is brimming with over a dozen 7 casinos. But when settlers originally flocked here, it was for a different kind of jackpot, gold. Today, the region's prospecting legacy is celebrated at the Cripple Creek District Museum. Its collection features reconstructed assessment office, glass-slide mining maps, and a horse saddle that once belonged to Wild West beauty Baby Joe Tabor. But among these glittering items rests a quick reminder of a dark chapter in the city's past.
It is about 6 inches long, 6 inches long, and is shaped roughly like an egg.
As museum director Kathy Reynolds knows, this human cranium speaks to a gripping tale of justice in the Wild West.
The story it tells is almost unbelievable, and yet true.
To whom did this skull once belong? And what role did it play in a stunning case of cunning, intrigue, and murder? December 1901, Cripple Creek. Gold has recently been discovered in the Colorado foothills, and 30,000 prospectors have descended on this small town, hoping to strike it rich. To quench the thirst of these men, drinking dens have sprung up across town. The infamous Plot is the Dawson Club.
The Dawson Club was known as one of the most popular, but also one of the most rowdy in the industry.
Get the big red out. We'll see what the meaning of big red is tonight. Hear me? What? Watching this one thing on Netflix on Flipper Devil. What are you doing?
I'll be there in a minute. What? I'll be there in a minute.
What is it? What is, baby?
Hold on, let Daddy mute it.
Oh no, baby. Messing my Netflix up, but okay.
No, I said I'll be there in a minute. Why? I'll be there in a minute.
What's the matter, baby? Huh? Hey, you want to watch a movie then? Hey, you want me to see if I can get Predator on? Will you watch Predator, me and Marcus and Mommy?
Yes, Carter, I'll be there in a minute. We'll watch it. We're going to watch it in here.
Give me a second to pay the rest of this bill, okay, baby? Is that okay with you? Okay, we just gotta do dicks and that's it. I'm almost done, baby.
Robert's deadly blow. For his defense, Brooks has enlisted the services of a maverick lawyer named J. Maurice Bibb.
And defended such notable outlaws as members of the Cassidy's Wild Bunch. He was very well known for his very flamboyant demeanor. In fact, his nickname was the Oracle Whirlwind of the West.
And Ben's opening argument does not disappoint. He makes the stunning claim that the only person responsible for the death of Mr. Roberts is Roberts himself. And he has evidence to prove it.
The spectators, particularly Mr. Roberts' friends, were astounded. As there probably be any merit to Mr. Ben's defense.
What trick does Ben have up his sleeve? And will it help his client get away with murder? Keep with me, Captain. Wednesday, December 3rd on HCTV. $2 special because it's $9.99 when you mix it out.
You don't have to hold out for just one day a year too. Street goes out. We're talking to me. Street goes out.
Extravaganza?
Street goes out.
The new spicy chicken bacon ranch. Treat yourself. Special pizzas for just $9.99 each. Only at For 2 full days, the jury deliberates and then reaches a shocking verdict.
The jury determined that Mr. Brooks should be acquitted.
The residents of Cripple Creek are appalled.
The official court was formed among the friends of Mr. Roberts, and they were threatened to lynch Mr. Brooks.
20 deputies escort the bar owner to the station, where he boards the next train to Seattle and is never heard of again. After the trial, James Roberts' body is buried in an unmarked grave. But the top half of the skull is kept in the courthouse until 2009, when it is donated to the Cripple Creek District Museum. Today, it stands as a reminder of one man's tragic demise and the clever tactics employed in a bizarre case of frontier justice. With its tree-lined streets, historic churches, and iconic lighthouse, Stratford, Connecticut embodies New England charm. So it's surprising to learn it's home to one of the most disturbing institutions in America, the John Zaffis Paranormal Museum. Its collection contains hundreds of otherworldly oddities, including a haunted clown doll, antique spirit boards, and the bridal gown of a woman who met an untimely demise on her wedding day. But the most unsettling artifact in this collection appears at first glance to be a common furniture icon. This item is about life and happening this fall. Its color is ivory. It is made of glass. As paranormal investigator John Hess attempts, the photograph section invariably creates unusual and eerie detail. Our hands Carmen quickly disposes of the equation and keeps the discovery a secret.
I'm not even looking at TV.
Over the next few weeks,
huh? Yeah, what?
harrowing experiences at night. You would see this black shadow hallucinations brought on by his chemotherapy treatment. But over the next few nights, things get worse. Philip is scared to death. You can see things, hear things, you can get pushed. With no rational explanation, Carmen comes to the painful conclusion that her son is suffering from mental illness. She made a decision to share life with Carmen. When Philip is taken away, he hears a bone-chilling warning. He said, "You have no idea what you're doing. Once I'm out of here, get you all." A devastating Carmen attempts to piece her life back together. She was in the kitchen area, and she was mopping the floor. Then, something terrifying happened. The corner, controlling her red, like she's just pushing the floor all over the place. A swift realization of Carmen. Maybe this wasn't crazy after all. That's what it is, Carmen. There was something definitely in that house, and it wasn't you. Watch is hiding in the Dennis house, and when they get rid of it.
something like that. You must be almost there.
Right. I'm gonna root around too. Ain't that right, though?
Check it out now.
Put all that makes saving time and money easier than splitting this. Papers looking mighty full.
Save time and money on prescriptions. Good already.
Nurtec ODT can provide relief in 2 hours, which can last up to 2 days. Don't take an allergic reaction. Allergic reactions can occur even days after use. Get help right away for trouble breathing, rash, swelling of face, mouth, tongue, or throat. High blood pressure and Raynaud's syndrome can occur. Get help for high blood pressure, numbness, coolness, pain, or color changes in fingers and toes. Common side effects of nausea. Ask your doctor about Nurtec ODT.
Getting older is part of the journey, even with person. So when I got carpal tunnel syndrome, lower back pain, shortness of breath, I thought that made me getting older. Thank you.
That's so weird.
I called my cardiologist.
That's like videotaping.
Rare,
That was
serious disease.
just like our first
Early,
surgery.
if you have any don't leave. Ask your cardiologist about PT again. When her teenage son complains of wheelchair issues, Thomas Snedeker thinks he's lost his mind. But then she has her own bloody encounter. Carmen realizes she's made a terrible mistake. So what is lurking in the Snedeker house? And can it be evicted? Desperate for help, Carmen reaches out to a group of paranormal researchers that includes John Sessions. She tells them that her home was formerly a funeral parlor. Soon after they agree to take the case, they realize they've got no secret. Anything else said there? The investigators conclude that the house is haunted by the evil spirit of her mother, one resident. Arrive at the Snedeker home with an arsenal of spiritual weapons.
I think Nick's alright.
After a moment of silence, everyone is convinced that the dark force has withdrawn. The exorcism for a purpose. As one of the priests preparing to leave,
Yeah, good.
she notices something. That her father was
Well, someone wouldn't quit.
Virgin Mary statue with hands on the wall, filled with with no rational explanation. Then people finally met her. With that harrowing experience, and the statue of the Virgin Mary remains on display at the Museum of Paranormal.
We'll take one of the pills later. You know what I mean? What's that first? I mean, they don't do nothing. I mean, they're not going to kill me or nothing. But they don't kill me. But what I like about them is they weren't when I need them. I think they stay hard the whole time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't look like that.
They can go up and down. Well, yeah. Yeah.
The dynamic evolution of flight from the first aircraft to cross the Atlantic in 1919 to a dive bomber flown to the
What? Oh, for real? Dave, it's Monday. Did you even take it this morning then?
Its wingspan is just a little over 32 feet. Travels at a top speed of 130 miles an hour. And
I know what I
has a
need.
weight of a little over
I need
100 pounds.
As historian Hill Goodspeed explains, what this plane lacks in complexity, it more than makes up for in legacy.
Like another bottle?
This aircraft was part of an epic escape.
Already?
And its rescue goes down as one of the most dramatic operations to ever occur.
What
That one.
did this plane play in a daring
Since we were at Walmart?
human bravery? 1975, Vietnam. For 10 years, the United
Damn.
States Army has been supporting South Vietnam in a bloody
I don't even feel like that long.
their communist neighbors to the north. But on April 29th, the conflict takes a drastic turn when the North Vietnamese army invades the southern capital of Saigon. Faced with the prospect of an all-out bloodbath, South Vietnamese nationals and the American government have only one option.
The decision is made to evacuate all the U.S. personnel and South Vietnamese nationals who are remaining in South Vietnam.
With time running out, the U.S. military shuttles terrified refugees by helicopter to the safety of naval warships 40 miles offshore. One such vessel is the USS Midway.
In command of the aircraft carrier Midway is Captain Lawrence Chambers. He's a veteran naval aviator.
Can't do nothing. My hands are shaking.
Now the captain must transform his massive
So you got my hand shaking. I can't do nothing. I can't button.
It was really
Sorry, I
not
couldn't
just
do
what
that.
Midway was designed for.
Can't
It
get
was
you there,
really
though.
one that Captain Chambers
Couldn't
did
get
not
you there,
have
though.
a tremendous amount of experience with.
Helicopters
So I was
packed
watching
with the
TV and
first
it fucked me
wave
up.
of evacuees.
And then it made me start stop looking at it, so I start concentrating on not looking at there.
You shouldn't have to do that. I don't. No, I shouldn't say. I was just like, what the fuck? I know he's not watching fucking TV. One second his dick.
I never.
For those coming in.
To maximize